Both teams have given the ready, so we'll be hopping in right now.
All right, so we've already seen a lot of global priority, I think, from UTA, and if Protheros was watching or had an opportunity to watch, then that might be something they try and play around. And you really got to consider the direction that you want to send the draft. Like, you have an opportunity to control that. Yes, we know Tassadar's there, so if you were to ban Tassadar here, if they banned a global, which I doubt they would, then you could take control of that. But you have to start to consider, is Tassadar worth being let through since his change to his level 1 talent? I think it's something we'll start to see more and more evolve over the next month or two, but they are definitely taking their time to think about this first pick.
Can't knock it. I mean, we just saw UTA play triple global, and that's something you're going to be spooked about, right? Never know what the most efficient ban for a team could be. This is Protheros on the left in the blue, and it's going to be Tassadar.
When you first ban Tassadar, it shows that you are not comfortable with a first pick Tassadar, because then you'll likely be denied one of the strong auto attack heroes, and you just don't know how to play around it. So Zarya going to be the next ban. Again, we've seen so much dominance on the side of UTA with the double global strat. Yes, Malfearin is appealing. Yes, ETC is appealing. But do you need to play that? Because I got a feeling that if they don't pick up one of those two global heroes here, that it will likely be snap locked by UTA, and this is another great map for those globals.
Yeah, I mean, this just feels like a Dahaka pick. We haven't seen them prioritize the Malf as much as some of the other heroes already. We've seen them play a lot of Rhaegar early on in the draft, looking for that pick. Eligiggle.
They're taking all right. I like the Falstad pickup. We're likely see Dahaka here and potentially Malf Dahaka or ETC Dahaka, I think, to just go ahead and control out of the front line. But I would say that Dahaka is a very likely pick here.
Yeah, I can't.
It could be an early Zeratul rotation, though. While the globals are nice, okay, they do go Dahaka. Hey, look at that.
Dahaka Malf. That's powerful. I mean, a lot of control. You got the global, you got the laner. You can go wherever you want from here too. So, where will Protheros go with their draft? However, will they look for an early cleanse out of fear of the roots in Dahaka in the power of Rhaegar, or will they risk Rhaegar getting banned and try to go for something like Lucio, who we have not seen yet tonight?
Yeah, this is a battleground, I think, that makes it a little bit more appealing. A lot of times you want to find those structures that are going to be based around the objective that can allow you to do that. Now, Muradin the pickup, I like the Muradin pickup. Ragnaros, we saw it used last game, that if you find yourself slightly behind in experience or you need to delay an altar, you do have Molten Core at your disposal. So locking that in, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't go ETC, so they could potentially just be looking to ban ETC this rotation, but it is UTA's choice to ban here. Rhaegar? I mean, it's really hard to ban supports now because of the Lucio.
Still, denying cleanse is a big deal no matter how you look at it. I don't know that it will be the option here, but definitely something that they're considering.
Yeah, they go ahead with it.
Yeah, I like that a lot myself, just because drag is now terrifying.
I haven't got to see a lot of UTA's drafts from dorms, or whether they would really be showing much. But if because Yuge is a really flexible player, so he can play a lot of different heroes. So if he switches to that melee flex role of Dahaka, then you have the threat of Zeratul, and a lot of people are really big on Zeratul on this map. Their comp in particular, now Ragnaros and Muradin are hard to take down. Falstad's a little bit squishier, and Zeratul can stay on top of him despite the barrel roll. So there's a lot of things that you can do with that. So I wonder, if not, I feel like ETC is a very safe ban and would be a very solid ban right here.
I'd agree. I think giving up ETC and Dahaka especially when you don't have cleanse, is a little bit too dicey. So yeah, smart band with ETC there. Now on to the ranged assassins. Probably just Li Ming. Yeah.
Li Ming and Cure. That's a very scary person to have on Li Ming, and Li Ming obviously does well on this this battleground as well. Basically, most of them to where she can get good poke damage in as needed. So you got to feel that will be on the rotation. There's the Zeratul Flex. I really thought that might be a thing. So there it is.
And the Artho. So VPs are now super scary. Safe little root follow-up, then a Howling Blast, and maybe a Syndra Gosa. Although Army of the Dead makes Arthas pretty much invincible.
Yeah, and I think it really gives you a couple of options with Arthas, is that if you are able to follow up on the VP with the root, including Malfurion, then you have a lot of really good stationary targets that Li Ming can get on top of. You could also go Jaina and just hit that huge Wombo combo. So there's a lot of really good stuff I think you can do with this comp in particular. But, you know, gear, they definitely need to find a solid support. Ariel, I don't really like Ariel as much with this composition.
Nope.
It's a little bit limited. But options are there.
I think they have to go Lucio. Like, as terrible as it is to not have cleanse, I don't know. We're about to find out. 1 second left. They go Brightwing. Okay.
Ooh.
So
they're in trouble.
Yeah. Tyrande!
Well, there's a... Okay, I mean, Zeratul's an assassin, but he's not the traditional, so you're relying on a lot of Tyrande damage.
Yeah, but like against Brightwing, when there's this much burst, she kind of has to go like Shield Dust at 13, and until then, like, how does she gets the Poly and Zeratul? That's her effectiveness? This is going to be really tough.
I mean, I imagine we'll see Peekaboo. There's no other reason, although as I really don't like Morales into a lot of Zeratul, but Towers of Doom is one of the few ones that you can go because it's so narrow, and Zeratul flank opportunities are a little bit more limited, plus you have a scouting drone. That might have been an option. Brightwing, I think, is almost more of a liability than Morales would be.
I don't know if I agree with that on Towers of Doom, but regardless, Brightwing has fallen off drastically for a reason. She struggles without something like a Zarya or Tassadar to supplement her burst sustain, really, because she has no way to build into that. You cannot afford to go the face shield. It's just not an option for her. But we'll have to see how she ends up building. Could be unfurling. We do see some players go for that. You know, at times maybe you go for the prioritization on Bribe. You pick that up with all the the stacking on your team. You go for the sappers. You try to get some map pressure with that. No, it's going to be Dream Shot. Probably the last talent I would have taken myself, but
there's an argument for it. It's to get more heals overall, especially if you build into the. Oh, wait a minute.
Toby. 1 for 1. 2 for 1. Overextension here with this very strong early game comp, as the lovers Malfurion and Tyrande die together.
The lover.
I mean, they're a couple now. They're the only couple in the game.
That is true.
Except for Zagara and Ibrak, they're a secret couple.
Rexar and Misha?
It's the cutest couple. You're right, you win. Have you seen the face swap?
I have.
It's the best thing. Makes me giggle like a schoolgirl every time. Arthas and Malfurion lingering in the bushes, looking for someone to step by. The iPad makes gross sounds, and I hate it so very much. Theros steps on out to say hello. Then he leaves promptly.
Yeah, the good thing is that's Murden. You don't have a whole lot to worry about there. you really got to be scared of passing through there. It's almost like you need to stay passive because of moments like that. I think we actually, yeah. Okay, they're fine. But the root stun follow-up is super scary. The problem is Tyrande went seasoned marksman, which means she's got to work on getting stacks. So you don't have that burst damage potential, even with the Hunter's Mark. It's not there. Like, it's actually, there's some damage, but
Polymorph.
as you can see, they're lacking the burst.
Yeah. I mean, the poly was good. They would have had the kill otherwise. And the Sentinel actually might have been enough damage because Hunter's Mark was applied still. So, but they forced the tap regardless. Nice Lunar Flare onto Theros. They will get the kill on Vala in the back. Theros in a bad spot as well. 2 into the roots, and Theros being slowed down in for the kill. Is this 3? Lunar Flare does go out. Not enough.
I'm pretty sure I saw Murden start his animation of Dwarf Toss despite walking through the roots, and then he just kind of stood there and couldn't go away. So it feels bad, but the first few shots, I have percentage instead of core health. Do you have
one of the many fun UI things in this
I'm just
patch?
making sure it's not just me.
No, it's not just you. So, okay, Falstad will be picked off here as well. Just the power of this rotation, that's where they're going to thrive upon. And when they pick up a kill like that, they can, you know, grab these sappers behind it. They already got the aggressive camp. Now they get the back camp. Oh, or they'll just get another kill. And
I mean, this is an ultimate gank squad.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Theros doesn't make it out of here either.
No, he doesn't. It's a really scary composition if you don't have a way to play around it in the form of basically macroing and pushing against it.
6 kills to 2. Outside of that that initial fight, looks like UTA in complete control. I don't know, man. Cure is on the Zeratul, by the way, not Claudius, as I believe he's still on the Dahaka.
That's a good point. I didn't even notice that until you mentioned it. Well, they rotate in once more. The roots, the flare, the 2-man flare, the owl. I'm just going to say spells.
Claudius is on Arthas. What is this team?
Yeah, well, I think that's actually makes a little bit of sense, but they're having a good time, that's for sure.
I'd have a good time playing right now.
2-level lead is UTA in game 1 of the round of 8. The cleanse has been picked up with Peekaboo, so yes, their anti-Zeratul is fine, but unfortunately Zeratul is not the scariest thing in the world. The scariest thing for them is any initiate stun, whether it's the roots or the Howling Blast or the Lunar Flare. They don't care. They kill their foes.
Dahaka can stay in the top lane, and he's just going to sit up there and dance by himself as Jake sings us a tune. Can somebody clip that and send that to me so I can go to bed to it?
So 70% to 90% here on the health bars. We see Claudius in the front getting a bit of slow there. Lunar Flare will whiff, but Kira goes for the roots, getting a nice bit of lockdown and finding the kill. This could be the first build tower falling down in this game, J-Hal.
They should be able to back out. Claudius eating a lot of damage. There's not a whole lot they can do with this. Level 10 picked up. You could pretty much run back, grab Sapper camps if you want, but this big minion wave plus level 10. Molten Core.
Oh, the Twilight Dream used in the back there. Nice, actually whiffing the drop there on the Void Prism, but does it even matter? Starfall onto the Molten Core. We do see Vereno dead in the back. Pugs not drugs. It's a good motto, but he's dead.
I don't really have a lot to say right now. This is looking pretty bad right now. Pro throws. They find themselves 3 levels down. Their composition not necessarily working. And it all started with the early picks. And, you know, you've got to be very wary of your opponent. When you see this composition against you, Dahaka can be anywhere at any time. He hasn't even had to leave the lane. He's just been hanging out here soaking experience. But you have to be very careful against the team like this. And right now, they're just throwing caution to the wind.
By the way, guys, don't die. Get the most siege damage on your team. That's how you get the MVP reward in the game. He's totally going to get it this time.
But he's got to have kill participation.
No, that's not important. Okay, Cypher Camp being escorted. 1, 2, 3 damage onto the core. Or excuse me, 7.5% damage or something.
Well, double altar phase. You've got 5 shots coming your way, whichever one you want to channel. Tyrande, she's going to be able to get a free channel at the bottom because they control that bottom left bell tower. There's absolutely no way to engage in this.
Oh, Cure with the block on the Storm Bolt. Cheeky little devil. That's another 10 damage onto the core. This is rough.
Well, the fight continues. Cure taking a bit of damage, but he's going in on Pugs, not drugs. Confirms the kill. No need to get any follow-up there. Stormbolt in return. The raw stun, though.
Yeah.
The root. Toby being very aggressive with these Twilight Dreams.
Yeah, not really needed. The 2 that we've seen were just kind of like, I can cast it. I got mana from this ability, so it's worth it.
Dahaka's probably like, guys, can I play? Like, he's been stuck up here. He's gonna have to get the heal there. He's actually gonna be in a tough spot. He's used adaptation. They can actually stay on this, but Cure rotating up on Zeratul, they're not willing to commit to that. I'm actually a little bit surprised. If you're looking to do something, now they're going back in.
Oh, the Pharaoh. Theros is going to go down, eat Kevin. Oh, I thought he was going to live, gusting Cure back, but Cure says, hello, I'm Zeratul. You actually can't get away from me. Bottom lane, Pugs, not drugs, goes down. They reclaim their bell tower. But at what cost, J-How? They're just going to lose it again in a second.
Yeah, it's tough. Pumpkin Sappers coming in. You know, they're not too late to just take it down, but they've got plenty of damage. They're just going to stand under it, take down a bell tower, scout out the rest, make sure nobody's on the Pumpkin Sappers. They'll probably rotate, grab those again. Force a response. So you'll either give up 3 shots bottom, or you'll be forced to defend. So Falstad right now should already be posturing to the bottom lane. Instead, he's up at the top.
Yeah,
and
that way
they're going to pay
fly.
for that. Yeah, they're going to pay right now.
You got to min-max with your global, like, as efficiently as is humanly possible, especially when you're behind. And they're going to end up using Brightwing, which is okay. She just doesn't have the same amount of damage output, so this will take her a lot longer. And again, she's literally going to take out one Arcane Flare before face shifting in. A little bit desperate for the defense. The Haka gets the altar on the right side. We did see the cleanse go in, but down goes Ragnaros. There is the Brush Stalker into the back line. Polly attempted, but it's still going to be not 3 or 3. Do they get him? Oh, the owl does not connect.
I don't know. Is this game?
I can't math that hard. Yes, it's game.
All right. Well, UTA 19 kills to 3. This not even being scouted out. Arthas is just going to play the Sentry, the defense unit, and that is going to be just an absolutely dominant performance by UTA.
I mean, they delivered